God. What a ridiculous start to stream. Or should I
Yes.
say pre-start to stream, of which we've been talking in the
Until it's
Discord,
actually
which everyone should join, link in the description below.
Well, this is all assuming it's live. Yeah, hold on now. Let me go check that out. Let me see. I don't know if the words we're speaking are currently liveable, watchable. You know what I'm saying?
Liveable. Yeah, I love these liveable words. Well, thankfully my spider toe bite is peeled.
Okay, let's see.
Since last time
Okay, this
I was
says we're
out walking.
live. So we're live.
All right.
Yeah.
At the very least, it says
I don't know if the words.
See if I can actually get it to be one.
Okay.
All right, we're live. Yeah, we're live, and it sounds good. Sounds great. In it to win it. Shout out Adam. And I said that very slowly, but you were in it to win it, Kamui.
Real quick,
as
this
well
is
as
funny.
Adam.
I love space. Yeah, just try to reverse image it. How do you do that? Not sure. Why are you recommending it? All right, you know what? Chat, do you know the reverse image? Okay, let me search. How to reverse image search. Okay.
So before stream, talking in the Discord for like the 20 minutes that we were talking before stream, of which so everyone should join the Discord so they can hear us talk before stream as a bonus stream segment to the stream. So as I was saying before stream, I'm walking like a new area, new route. So I was like paying attention to my phone since Kamui was like talking this nonsense. I was having to look stuff up on my phone and I was looking down. I think I'm lost. It's not the biggest deal because again, I have like my phone, so I could just pull up Google Maps or whatever. But like, I obviously don't recognize anything since it's all new. And I took a couple turns and then I started going backwards and I thought I was going back the way I came. I'm not. So I don't know where I am anymore. Like I reached like a cul-de-sac turnaround area thing. I was like, all right, I guess I'll just go backwards now. I must have just missed the turn. So, who knows where I am now?
Now you're trapped. Okay, reverse image search was not the right idea because it just brought me to like the Google images of where I would have found it, not the chapter of the Naruto manga that it came from. So
okay, well, for those wondering the context of Kamui's thing of pre-stream, of which we were talking in the Discord, link in the description below, and join so they can hear us talk about the Discord things in before stream, as well as after stream. So the thing Kamui's talking about is he changed his profile picture recently.
Dude, Oodie, wait, hold on. Look at my. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen on Discord. Okay, according to Waco Mundo, I said, does anyone know what chapter this is from? Or if it's just a famous fan art, lol. Fan art gang. Some random on Pinterest. I knew it! Okay, okay, actually. Okay, that justifies me.
Posted it. I reached another cul-de-sac. Well, I guess
let me show you my screen real quick,
at the very least, I can't get infinitely lost. Bounce between the cul-de-sacs.
This really justifies. Okay. So this is
bro. Where'd you even ask this? Did you ask this as a community poll?
I just asked in Rain's Discord, like you said.
Rain. So, oh yeah, the most reliable place ever. Rain's Discord.
You're the one who recommended the source, bro. So this is the one he sent. So this is our comparison. We have this one and we have mine. Thoughts?
Okay.
Which do you like better?
Well, I can't pull this full screen up. Yes, I can. Okay, I pressed that button.
I mean, I can also just.
Oh, it worked. Okay, so now I'm full screen to see it even better. So can you show the two comparison?
Yeah, hold on. Let me do this. I'll just post them side by side. Because mine's really small. Okay. God, I have so many things in here. Okay.
Jeez, you need to organize.
I'll send you the other one with the other color of mask I did. You can tell me which orange you like better. While we're at it. Oh, of course it made them small. Shit.
Oh no.
All right, hold on.
I hate that Discord does that. Just post them one at a time. It's the easiest way.
Oh, I was just gonna do this for now. Okay, so we have. Oh my god, they're different sizes. All right, hold on. Fucking hell, bro. This is so stupid. This is how much chapter 13 makes no sense right here. It's because of this.
God.
Okay.
Kamui's cursing within the first 5 minutes, so I guess there goes our ad revenue.
The ad revenue we don't have yet. Okay. So we have this one, and this one.
Okay. Can't tell the difference between 2 and 3, but that's fine.
It's the orange mask. One's just 2 different shades of orange.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, then I like 2 more than 3.
Okay, that's the one I picked, yeah. Because I couldn't get... So what I was aiming for, if possible, was this one, but slightly in this direction. Could not figure out how to get that. So, okay, now you have between 1 and 2.
So do I say the thing that is the truth or the thing that's going to make you sad?
Well... Okay, so what you just said, unless you messed up, what you just said implies that the truth is mine's better, but if you say this, it'll make me sad. So you either said it wrong or mine's better.
Yeah. You know what? Let's go with that one, since I think you're saying my thing backwards anyways, but yeah, I said it wrong then, so you're welcome. Does anyone
great.
follow
So you
that,
like
chat?
this one better.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, well. Why?
I feel like I would just flip-flop like 5 times there.
Not even accurate colors to the manga. At least mine's color accurate.
Jeez. Okay, well with
Space
that
likes
being
the third
said,
one best though. But anyway, apparently it's fan art.
Okay, well there's the third cul-de-sac, so I am officially lost. Taking like every turn.
Oh my god, dude, you know what's so funny? Okay. I noticed that Trippy like hearted some of your comments.
Bro, I know.
He hearted one of my older ones.
Well.
I left a new one too, but he hearted this older one that says, "Were you thinking of doing any live streams anytime soon? That way you could talk about some stuff without editing the video. I know I'm a podcast who'd probably like to have you on." And then,
okay.
On his recent,
yeah.
Okay, go ahead while I find this.
Yeah, so he hearted 2 of my comments in particular that I remember. The first one is like on his community post being like, hey, my editor got into a car wreck. So like, I'm going to have to edit my video. So it's going to be a little late. Sorry about that, guys. And so I posted 2 comments. The first one being, does your editor want to come on the podcast? Since he's okay. And then the second one was being like, oh, so this is what you've been up to. You're busy editing yourself out of our lives.
Yeah, and I just left him a comment 2 hours ago saying, Trippy, come stream with us.
And he hearted that?
No, he hasn't hearted that one yet.
Okay, well, he's here in spirit, either way.
I mean, we're making progress. At least he left a heart and not a frowny face, right?
Oh my god. Okay, so I
am going to close out of this. And this is so funny. We haven't even started talking. Okay, I had to talk a lot there because of necessity.
That's fine. I know. I'll talk.
I am going to hook up my wireless mic. I'm going to start making my rice, and I'm going to let you talk for at least a couple of minutes, or primarily be the talker for a little bit. And I'm going to go to
primarily talker at the very least.
Tell me where to scroll so I can just leave it there and then walk away to start my rice.
You can just put it on a picture, and I'll just talk about whatever topics, because I'll be jumping around probably.
All right, I'll put it on this Mikimoto interview.
That's fine. I was thinking that as well, low key. Yeah. Since you're on that, I guess I might as well start that. I'll still scroll back to it. So I was looking at that earlier. Let's see, where even is that now? Oh my god, I was just at it. I can't find it.
Just look at my screen.
God.
If it's big enough.
Oh yeah, I'm being so stupid. What was I thinking? Okay. Let me zoom in. All right. So, and we're officially back, I guess. Oh my god, this... I hate how stupid this phone is being annoying, bro. Okay, zoom in. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go
and
start
we're
my race now.
finally back. Okay, that's fine. All right, so the Masashi Kishimoto and Miko Ikimoto Boruto France interviews done, and we haven't got like the official transcript for that or anything yet, as far as I am aware. I guess they're just not gonna do one. They're just not gonna translate it into English for some reason this interview, and I think we've got like every other interview ever translated officially, at the very least. Like, we have translations, but like not an official version, I guess, but whatever. So with that being said, since we just don't have an official version, we just got to go on to fans translations. So I guess this is everything that was confirmed in that France interview. So Boruto is written by Ikimoto. It's just undeniable now. So
Yeah,
that's just one of the things. Yeah,
it's like
and then
even
Kishimoto
more
is
than we
only
expected.
a supervisor. Literally, yeah, like we got it literally spot on. I was honestly surprised with how accurate we were. Not just how accurate we were, the fact that they admitted it, bro. Like, the fact that they actually said it. Like, I expected it to be true. I didn't expect them to actually say it.
Well, it just goes to show how much like Kishimoto wants to like shout out Ikimoto. Like,
I know, yeah. But the next point is that Kishimoto. The next point is that Kishimoto is a supervisor. That's almost a disgrace to the title of supervisor. Ikimoto's just like, hey, I changed your script. Is this good? And he's like, yeah, it's whatever, fine.
I know, it's like...
Yeah, do whatever you want, I don't care. I wrote the movie, no, I'm done.
He said, like, he doesn't know what's happening next. He's just, like, reading it. Like, he just reads, like, chapter 14 of Viz when it comes out. Oh, yeah, it looks good. It's too late to change it.
Oh, my God, bro. That's hilarious. Yeah, he's just reading the official when it comes out.
Yeah, he's like, thank God it was...
Bro, I can imagine Kishimoto's like, bro, this is trash. Yeah, I'm going to tell him to change it right now. It's already out. Don't do it.
Oh, actually, real quick, this a little tangent. I find it hilarious when so many people on Twitter are like posting like, "Oh, you like, you know," they're quoting Ikimoto saying like, or Kishimoto saying this and that, like praising Ikimoto. It's like, what the hell did you think he was gonna do? You think he was just like, yeah, Ikimoto's kind of mid. Like, of course, he's the, of course, like, what do you expect? He's not gonna insult him in public. Like, he's only going to praise him.
The writer of his series. The writer that he chose to write his series for him.
It's like, he's only going to praise him. Like, that's how it is.
Yeah, you know that Naruto thing I made? Yeah, it's actually pretty mid. Like, why would he do that, bro?
It's like the most obvious thing in the world. Like, of course he's gonna praise it.
Yeah. So this goes along with the next point that the story is far removed from what Kishimoto originally planned. Not just that it is removed, okay, because that's just like, it's not just a little bit removed or partially removed or practically removed. It's not even just straight up removed. It's not removed from it's far removed from the initial story. That's a big word right there.
I mean, it is though, so...
like, you can't even be at all the same story as apparently at this point. So,
but that's the thing when people
just is Ikimoto's story.
I don't know if I could find it, but I thought it was funny when I saw some people posting on Twitter. I had to comment on this a few times. I was like, this is not a Boruto hate comment, but just so you understand, people like quoting how Kishimoto said that Ikimoto does the whatever that surpasses Kishimoto's story draft. I was like, just so you understand what that means. He doesn't mean like better, like, oh, he wrote a better story. No, it means that he, elaborated on the template. Like, I would hope it surpasses it. Otherwise, we would have the most vague story ever saying, villain comes to Kona, villain leaves Kona. It's like, yeah, I would hope he does that. And everyone seemed to understand after I made that comment. Nobody argued with me. They're like, oh.
Okay, good. My God. Okay, so the next point, Ada and Damon are original characters by Ikimoto. Even though that contradicts previous stuff, I believe it. To an extent.
Yeah,
to an extent.
I do too.
I think they are to the degree that we got them. I don't know if he made them like inherently from scratch, entirely changing the code arc and its foundation as we know it entirely. But either way, we'll just never know.
That's where it's tricky because, like I said, I wish I could find the statements. The easiest way is probably to just go back to like a Naruto Explain video because that's probably where I first heard it anyway. But I remember all the stuff like, oh, Kishimoto's made 2 new original characters, blah blah. It was Kishimoto, this Kishimoto. I'm like, so either people just assumed and went with it, or they straight up lied to us because they were not saying it was Ikimoto characters.
Even then, I understand that like Kodachi's prophecy was entirely different probably, so like it makes sense that he wouldn't make Ada and Damon, but he doesn't have to give the prophecy to them. He could have just made them, and then he would have just had their role be entirely different. Because again, when Kishimoto took over, Ada and Damon are introduced like very few chapters later. So you'd imagine he was a few chapters ahead, and Kishimoto was probably working off that to some extent.
I mean,
Kishimoto, I should say,
yeah, the problem is these interviews just imply weird things. Like Ikimoto saying, oh, I introduced Kawaki at a time when Kodachi was still writing. He's saying that he did that. So I'm like, okay.
I know.
What exactly was Ikimoto? Like, I understand at every step, Ikimoto had a role in the story. He was at the very least giving ideas, talking about the ideas. He obviously draws it at the end and so on and so forth. But like, did he tell Kodachi, hey, we should introduce Kawaki? And then Kodachi was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And so assuming or is he just basically taking Kodachi's credit because they can't talk about him for legal reasons or whatever?
That's the thing.
Like,
yeah, exactly. They just pretend he doesn't exist. If I wasn't a fan and I was saying this, I would just think, by the way, you're going to have to like touch your computer. A new audio device detected appeared, but it sounds like you're not going to. But like,
it's being stupid.
If I was just like not a Boruto fan and I was reading these interviews, I would think that Ikimoto was the guy like this whole time.
Yeah, you
like,
wouldn't
from chapter
think
1.
That
Kodachi's
like a person. And it's just like
Ikimoto the whole time. It's like when I introduced Ada and Diamond, when I introduced Kawaki, when I introduced the freaking Boruto.
Yeah, it's just like...
So they walk from Zabuza's death to the Chunin exam. Like, it's on the same bridge. They're just walking over to it. Like, they can see Zabuza out the window.
You just see, like, they're fighting on the bridge. You just have Ibiki. He's just, like, standing at the side, folding up his papers and stuff.
Like, if you don't answer this 10 question, he points out the window, you'll end up just like him.
Yet that would be a killer. Like, he points this out. Like, you see those graves over there? They're, like, scared. What about them? If you cannot answer the 10th question correctly, I'm afraid you'll be just like them.
No, I got an even better one. The reason Naruto and Team 7 like figure out the 10th question to get to it is because Ibiki's like, you see those guys? They didn't answer the 10th question. And then Naruto's like, wait a minute, that's not what happened.
Yes. Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, like, we know, like there's no way they answered because they know who they are. And then everyone else has to like figure out, do you think they ever actually did this? Like,
even better, you move Naruto's speech to Zabuza here. Like, Ibiki says it, Naruto slams his fist down, stands up. There's no way a guy like that wouldn't have answered. Haku was always too kind. He would have answered the 10th question. Ibiki's the one that says, not your words, but Naruto, your 10th answer cuts deeper than any blade.
No. Ibiki's the one who says, like, you see, Haku was always too soft and too kind. He couldn't answer the question without Zabuza knowing the answer himself. He took the blame. He went down with Zabuza. He was a true comrade, and that is why he passed the tuning exams.
No, they reference what Sakura was about to do for Naruto. Haku saw Zabuza struggling with the 10th question and raised his hand to forfeit. That's why the rogue ninja.
I feel and when Zabuza found out he would never be anything but a Genin, he said, "Screw it, I'll just do a coup d'etat and become a Mizukage instead." Or what if that was the consequence to failing the exams? You don't just be stuck as a Genin, just exile you as a rogue ninja.
Yo, that's low-key, like, kind of heat for the ninja world and Zabuza's character. He thought the tuning exams was going to be a piece of cake because he had to massacre his academy class just to pass the academy. And so this is like increases the stakes for the tuning exams. Oh my god, this is going to even Naruto has to do something even crazier than massacre everyone. That is the 10th question. That's the narrative raising of stakes.
Like, if you get the 10th question wrong, you become a rogue ninja. Imagine the theories, like all these rogue ninja, like they think the Akatsuki are failed tuning examinees. They all just failed Ibiki's 10th question. Is that why Itachi massacred the clan?
Yeah, bro. He should have just like drawn the red cloud on the chalkboard.
Yeah, I know he draws the cloud and he puts a slash through it or something. And then Sasuke has a monologue. He's like, "Rogue ninja, could it be? Is this why Itachi massacred? Is this why?" He says it vaguely. Like, "Is this why Itachi did it?" Like,
I love it, bro. That is so funny. I'm like, God, that's too good to not include. That's absolutely all that's going in the abridged.
Yeah, it's like, write it down for me. We're gonna have to clip this and just like save it to reference. Like,
I know. Yeah, it's way too much to write down.
I'm just gonna write in the pinned comments. Clip Ibiki 10th question.
What's the timestamp for this? How far in the stream are we? If we're like 45 minutes in, well, we're probably past it. But like, if we are 45 minutes in, just like timestamp like 40 minutes in. Naruto abridged.
1 hour and 40 minutes.
Okay, then yeah, 1 hour and 35 minutes or 30 minutes. Let's just say
35-ish to 140-ish.
Okay. We really should just do that from now on because I never freaking write it down. Just get the timestamp. I'm glad I thought about that. Oh my god.
Okay.
That is hilarious, bro. We never finished the France interview stuff.
I know. There was another thing I was going to say. Right. It had to do with the.
But we'll get into that another time. But this is what I was going back to with Ace, the 1, 2, 3 person perspective. Because I'm already presenting it from like the third person perspective, and people are approaching it from like the with Ace.
No, you're talking about a different thing. Talking about different.
Yeah, like the misconception thing to where people just present something blatantly wrong. That's the first person. The second person corrects that debunk with the like narratively correct thing. That's the second person. Then I'm the third person who understands both of those, and it's going a step further. And then people lump me in with the first person. The second person does that.
Well, you're saying it. I mean, we can talk about a different time, but at least for what I'm going for is explaining the writing decision. So that's just all I'm aiming to do anyway.
Yeah. Well, for example, like if you genuinely believe that I just blatantly misunderstood the point of the Naruto series or Nagato's character or whatever, you'd be lumping me in with person number 1. I don't think you're doing that, at least not in this conversation. You know that I understand Nagato, and that in my understanding of him, I still have other critiques.
Yeah, we just have to dedicate it to a whole stream on it.
Yeah, I have it written down in other podcasts.
I'm not gonna lie. So obviously this has been like a derailment train wreck, and that's fine. But like, I hate to say it. The more real quick, Daigo Knight is just officially my favorite Naruto YouTuber at the moment. I just enjoy his videos. And the more videos I watch, the more I'm just like, Man, I want to talk about like every single rewrite topic in the world of Naruto. I'm more interested in that than I am these Boruto things.
Okay, hey, we can save the rewrites for the next time Daigo comes on, like the third time he comes on. I already promised him that just like Lightning Snow, I'm gonna one-up my invitation to Lightning Snow. I already have it all planned out. I wrote it down like a few months ago. I'm gonna make like a whole video dedicated to inviting Daigo Knight in the most ridiculous, absurd video you've ever seen. I just need to get someone to film it. That's the problem, of course.
That's hilarious.
I got it all planned out. Oh, that's great.
No, because I actually said this before. That I wanted to do like all the rewrite stuff with Daigo. If you'd be the perfect guest for it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, literally. And I also told him on his previous stream that we're gonna do that rewrite series. He was like doing a stream about his 46th episode of his rewrite series, which I didn't see, but based on how he was describing it and based on the comments he was reacting to on that video, it's so funny, bro. Like he in that, I don't want to like spoil anything, but just brief spoils. He like goes over hyping up Tintin and Tintin's new jutsu for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. Just really hyping her. And I was like, oh my god, is Tintin about to be relevant? Is she about to get like the peak characterization? And then Daigo just one-shots her immediately after before she can use the technique. Like he's going on about it for like 20 minutes of this 30-minute video.
I saw
and, like, Sasuke just kicks her once. So
I saw something saying like, man, Daigo really hates Tenten, huh? Or something. So that's probably
yeah. Yes. So funny. Oh my god. I cannot wait for that.
I love that.
We're probably gonna forget all about it.
But that's honestly funnier. That's like a good way to use the meme, in my opinion.
I love it. Yeah. Like it's technically a waste of time, but like that's the point. So I love it.
Yeah. It's like actually funny. So yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Daigo Knight gets way too much hate. Like I just straight up like his videos.
I mean, heck, I started out hating him too until I loved him.
I never hated him. You
never knew him.
Yeah.
I never watched his videos or anything.
So I just knew people hated him, and then there was the one video that well, this one was the funniest one to me because we were watching on stream and everyone was gonna hate on him for his Sarada Mangekyo video, and the whole time I was just like, I agree with all of this. And I just didn't say.
That's the real reason.
I was like, I didn't say.
You saw his Naruto flashback.
I was like, I didn't have anything to say in that reaction because I only agreed while everyone else was hating on it. I was like, he's saying everything I was saying in my previous video.
That's so funny, bro. You're like relating to his backstory and everything.
I
you
was
had
just
sadness and sorrows playing in your head.
I was just like, man, if only they knew. I guess they hate me too.
Yeah, like Naruto talking to Gaara. I can understand you.
That's literally how I was like, bro, you and I are the same. I mean, like,
it's through our pain that I can relate to you.
Yeah,
it's because we're so alike that I am so frustrated.
Like, there's definitely some things he said that like I didn't agree with, obviously, but like 90% of like the stuff I've watched in the videos, I've just been like on board with. Like, yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Yeah. And again, like that's going to be the same with my videos, is I'm absolutely not holding any filters back. I'm going to say the craziest things that you're going to absolutely hate. But I'm going to say them anyways. I'm going to back them up. So,
but anyway,
so back to the France interview.
Yeah, I was going to say, did we ever finish that?
It was supposed to be like the image placeholder while I get to the actual topics. I'm just gonna list them off real quick, but no, we had to stuck an hour on each one.
We're so bad at this.
I know. Oh yeah! Shout out Nova from Hot Boys server. He was telling me we should do some Q&As with chat for some more interactivity. So let's go look at the chat, Kamui.
I'm away from the computer.
You know, the chat that we haven't looked at for the first 2 hours of stream, even once.
By chance, is my OBS chat thing up on the screen?
No, it's the image of the Naruto thing.
Well,
you're good.
Hold on.
Yeah, we got a lot of comments to get to. Q&A chat. If you guys want to answer your question, go ahead and ask it, I guess. So we got a lot of people in here. We got
Anyway,
God. What were we talking about before that?
France
God, we
interview.
don't know. No, we were on something I wanted to continue. What were we on?
Your
God
walk.
dang it.
Whatever you were gonna show us.
No. Well, okay, speaking of my walk, I will say this walk in particular, I don't know if it's been, there's no way it sounds like this on stream, but like, as I've been walking, there's been so many different textures that I've walked on that sound exactly like Minecraft, bro. Like, I feel like I'm in the game. It's like, I'm walking, it's like, oh my God, that's the walk on sand sound effect. It's like, exactly.
That is so goofy.
I don't even play Minecraft that much. Yeah, no, it's been like everything. It's the gravel one, the dirt one, the grass one. It might not be even the same one. The normal rock one. Like, it's all.
Sometimes I can hear what you're stepping on, but not consistently.
Yeah, fair enough. But earlier, it was like 3 different things, like back to back to back. I was gonna comment on it in the moment, but like you were talking, so like, you know, unlike you, I don't interrupt my dear for.
Sometimes, dude, you gotta take the step forward. You gotta make the move before you
gotta
forget.
be like SpongeBob when he let out his assertive side. Turned his sponge over. Oh my God. So I guess we have to go back to the France interview, considering neither of us remember. Space, if you remember, what you put in the chat, I guess.
Can you just share your? Oh, I guess.
Oh, what? I freaking remember. No, I can't share my screen. I'm on my phone. But it was the freaking Q&A of chat. You know, the thing that we never interact with, and that we were about to not interact with again.
We're so good at this.
We're so good at being bad. We answered Siddharth's question, or at least read half of it, and then just ignored him. And I'm trying to pull it back up, but it's hard to get to. Walking outside, Wi-Fi is pretty bad. But I think I'm about to get it. Okay, I got the stream up. Okay, back to comments. Welcome, comments. Hey, Adam and everyone else. Okay. There's Siddharth's comments. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we did answer. That is the thing. Shout out Ash. They hate AI. And, yeah, so I guess we're evil, by the way, Kamui, in case you didn't know.
We already were villains. Jonathan Oliver would agree.
I bet Jonathan Oliver hates AI, too. So there you go, Ash. You have someone to be friends with. Kiaiwan, shout out Kiaiwan Webster. You recognize their name. I obviously do, considering I've said it before. So, they writing a bunch of madness. What do you think the emotions are of Ikimoto as he's drawing? Like his average emotion, would you say?
He makes that same face that's in every single Ikimoto interview face.
He has a sweat bead.
Oh, yes.
Oh, even better. Even better, actually. Oh my God, bro.
He does both. He makes that face with a sweat bead.
He looks like Himawari when she's supposed to be upset. Yeah. He does that emoji. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. They need to run the 2 Blue Vortex script into ChatGPT. That's another interesting idea. Just like, be like, hey, I'm writing an original story. Then you just give it the script of 2 Blue Vortex. And be like, how would you write this next chapter or continue this? And see what it comes up with. That's the smart way, the creative way to get around its nonsense, to ask it for next chapter predictions.
You know what? Yeah. The problem is
instead of Jura, you write it as Gura. Hidari is Lidari now. Well, you would probably just like copy paste it, except, well, now I see the problem. Where do you copy it from?
You have the only thing you can copy each individual
online.
Manga panel, which is like fine, but doesn't really save you that much time.
Oh, I was thinking like the script, like the dialogue transcript or whatever. And the transcript would include the actions as well.
Oh, you mean the thing that doesn't exist in public?
I'm sure a fan's made one.
That would be interesting if a fan made a transcript.
Basically the screenplay.
Yeah. I mean, that would be interesting, but I'm guessing they don't have that. So we would have to do it. Which, I mean, in fairness, if you saved
I got the perfect thing.
you could very easily just copy and paste from then on, but...
No, you know what you do? You look at the monthly spoiler highlights from Twitter, you copy and paste those. Like the very first, like the text spoilers.
Oh yeah, like the Ray
you know
spoilers.
Yes, bro. You just copy like all 13 of those. Like, yeah, this is my whole story. How would you write the next chapter? The next part?
Kashigoji awakens a new Shinjutsu called 10 Directions.
Or even better yet, you say, this is my Act 1, this is my Act 2. What would you do for Act 3? Or not what would you do? Write Act 3.
Well, what I was thinking is 2 things. One, you just do up to chapter 12 and see what it does for chapter 13. But also, you say, in chapter 13, I need Jar to leave without killing Boruto. What reason will he leave? See if they pick. Hidari's Thorn Soul is going to rot.
That's hilarious, bro. Not in a million years. I could even imagine lying to the AI would be very helpful in some cases. This would be one of them. So you would just say either this is your official story, but if you're just copying the transcript, it's going to recognize the Boruto words in it. So you just say this is a fan fiction, and you need help finishing this fan fiction of yours, and it's just verbatim the story. Sorry. But yeah.
I mean, that would be funny if it exists. To be finished.
He says a couple hundred times. That's crazy. Well, more comments really quick. Also, Shinju isn't in the official translation. Y'all might want to try Divine Tree. We're not going to say that because there already is a Divine Tree, and it's a tree. There's also a Ten Tails, and so we're just going to call them Shinju because that's a different word sound-wise that we can use so that we know what we're talking about. So I say Divine Tree. Am I talking about the humans, Jura, or am I talking about the tree? You know, the Ten Tails evolved form. That's the problem. When they named the Claw Grimes, why not just... I remember before they even came up with the term Shinju, whenever we got like the chapter 4 spoilers or whatever, I think we were trying to come up with like coining our own terms. The community was as well. I think mine was something along the lines of like evolved claw grime or divine claw grime. It probably is in one of the podcasts. And probably be pretty easy to find too, all things considered.
I don't remember.
I don't know if you came up with one, but this is before we got Shinji, so it's really fun just to get that kind of like, you know, live in that moment almost. I mean, a time capsule even.
It would be nice.
That's something I love to do. It's like watching reviews of Naruto from when it was still coming out, like 15 years ago. Freaking pull up a 15-year-old for Neverworld video. Here's my who is Obito theory. It's like, that's fun to watch, bro. I don't care about the production value. Quality. Just hear what he has to say.
I do feel like, though, it would have been nice if they, like, I understand that they are, like, sentient divine trees, but if they just gave them a name, just like how the Claw Grime, they don't just call them the Ten Tails or Code's Army, they gave it a name, you know, based off the claw marks. Why they chose Grime, whatever, doesn't matter. So, like, why don't they call these, like, the Claw Shinju or the Shinju Grime or whatever the hell? Like, just give it a unique name.
Imagine how awful it would be if they didn't give it a name, and in universe, they only referred to it by the names already given. So, the claw-marked Ten Tails Army. We have to say that every time.
I mean, that's basically the Thorn Soul Bulb.
Yeah, Code's claw-marked Ten Tails Army. Crazy, bro. My God. Okay.
But they should have done that for the Shinju.
Comment. Jura Ishibai heard it here first. Shout out Vaughn. Not Kaguya. It's okay. Weirdos. I agree. Chapter 14 predictions. Okay, I already did that. Gonna be so bad. ChatGPT was not reading. Generalizations. Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. it's crazy to think that Konohamaru is the closest to his divine tree in terms of years known. Regardless of years known, I think that's a really interesting idea. I would say Sarada's the closest to Hidari.
Well,
but like relational
are
closeness
they?
is a really interesting idea. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's freaking Jirai and Naruto. Who knows?
No, but I was gonna say, are Sarada and Hidari really
Oh,
closer
okay,
than
I see
Moegi
what
and
you mean.
Konohamaru? I mean, it's not like Sarada and Sasuke knew each other for the first 12 years.
Oh god, you're right. I mean, technically, through Shinjutsu, Bug might be objectively the closest to Ada.
Nah. I mean, he might love Ada the most, but I wouldn't say he's the closest to her.
Okay,
Unless, like,
fair enough.
they just spent a lot of time together or something, but I would still say Konohamaru and Moegi probably closer.
Yeah, it's just semantics at that point. Anyways, Night, by the anime wave from several hours ago. Oh, he's got work in the morning, so yeah. Oh yeah, I feel bad if we didn't add him up if he wanted up earlier. I did not see if he tried to even join. So
I didn't notice that either.
My bad.
But what's funny though?
Okay.
Look, at 123, it's Luciano. At 124, that's when he changed it to the anime way. He was asking me about the name, but
No, yeah,
it's funny how
too.
that specific minute is when he changed the name.
Yeah.
In the middle of stream, like right there. He left a message, changed the name, left another message within 1 minute. That's crazy. Look, that's a feat.
That's impressive. Gene can't die. He has to help Konohamaru versus Matsuri. Yeah, because that's what I want to see. Yeah, use screen time on that.
Wait, what did you read?
Gene had to survive because he had to help against Matsuri.
Yeah, no.
What, you mean you don't want to see Gene versus Matsuri?
Okay, I will say real quick, now, sure, and in fact, assuming that the next Shinju is Gaara, which I think would be great, this is the perfect excuse to get out the Leaf Village, something a lot of people complain about, right? If Gaara goes after Shinki, and because Matsuri is the one who picked him out, maybe she goes with him. Just like how Hidari was tagging along Jura's target, he wasn't going there to find Sarada. He was helping him find Naruto. Sarada came to him. Similar thing could happen here. She goes with Gaara Shinju, and maybe if they find out about the Gaara Shinju, Shikamaru could set a mission, basically the Kazekage rescue arc, but with Team 10, and maybe Konohamaru goes, maybe Tamari goes, and that they could just run into Matsuri over there. Like, it's not that hard to write it in, while still doing Gaara Shinki stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to say hold off on the Gaara Shinju analysis for now. I want to in a future podcast before Chapter 14 spoilers come out, so very soon. Probably with Juju, maybe, even. I'm going to do a who we think and who we want to be and who would we think is the best potential next Shinju.
I have two to three main picks.
Yeah.
Gaara's just one of them.
Yeah. And you can do the Gaara one. I'm probably going to choose one of the other ones that you're probably thinking of anyways for probably the same reasons you are. And then we'll have Juju choose one on the spot as well, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, my Gaara one will be out as a video before then, hopefully. The Orochimaru one, I don't know if I'll be able to beat the spoilers or not, but... Oh, wait.
Fair enough. You'll have more to say on Gaara than I'll have on my character, but I'll have at least a little bit.
I just say, Orochimaru is not the only one, but that's one of them right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You already know who the other one probably is.
Okay. Next we have it's okay, no, accepting danger, I guess. Yeah, okay. Anyways, maybe that's why the story feels so incomplete. Kishimoto planned for a short, completed story, but introduce so many other plot points, it just leave us with more questions. That's possible considering Samurai 8 was his focus at the time, and Samurai 8 was short as well, so assuming it's legit and it actually was supposed to end there and it wasn't canceled. Yeah, right, bro. Then, I don't know, maybe Boruto was planned to be short. Like, maybe it wasn't supposed to be, the middle of the story is the time skip, but like that's just in part 1 technically, and there is no part 2, and the story just has a time skip.
Well, it's also possible that the time skip, because for example, like Code is supposed to die. The Boruto time skip might have just come at least one arc sooner. Maybe the Code arc, you just remove that, and then obviously you have to change the plot, but the prophecy arc kind of just comes sooner. Especially if the prophecy itself is something different. So, if there's one less arc, okay, I don't know how many volumes that saves you. Let's just say it saves you 5 volumes. That's 15 volumes. Boruto is supposed to be 30 volumes originally. That was the lore, right? Well, if the time skip comes at volume 15, half of 30, there you go.
I'm confident Code was supposed to die in part 1. And the reason Ikimoto just didn't do it is because he wanted one extra element at play for Two Blue Vortex, especially for the prologue. But even now, Code is a third party that could shift the gears up at any moment, and that tension alone, regardless if he does or doesn't, is still there. So I feel like that's why he did, because he felt like it would have probably been too void or empty without Code's presence. Too little characters to impact the story into Blue Vortex without Code, so you just wanted that extra element in there just to fill it up a little bit more. That's my guess, yeah. Especially considering Kara was realistically just defeated at the Kara arc, it's just described all the members are gone. It's on its last legs. It's fledgling members.
If Code was killed in the Kara arc, all of Kara besides, even actually, apparently Amato defecting to Konoha wasn't even originally planned, I guess. So, yeah, it's just all of Kara's just dead.
Yeah.
In the Kara arc.
That's how it's kind of described anyways. It just sort of makes sense. But yeah. Ada told Shikamaru about Jura and Hiyari. Is that possibly?
Well,
he knows about the Shinju. Does he even?
She doesn't tell him that helpful information because what she tells him is stuff he already knew. Because Boruto just explained it. And all she says,
true.
They're 10 tails. Oh, by the way, an annoying inconsistency. She's saying they're 10 tails based off what they say in their conversation that Ada overhears or sees. Ikimono, can you pick one? 10 tails or Divine Tree? Which do you want it to be? But she says they're 10 tails. Well, they're enemies of Konoha. They're self-aware. That's it. You know what Boruto told him? That and more. They're self-aware, started evolving into Divine Tree. It's the same chapter, Ikimoto. Divine Tree or 10 tails, okay? He starts explaining more about the evolution. Talking about how they're using their chakra. It's like Shikamaru got more information from Boruto. Not a lot more, but still. Ada's info was useless. It doesn't help at all. Info, my ass.
I love this comment from Adam. Haha, Kamui talking like he there with him.
I think it was.
I don't know with who. With me, maybe. But
I thought it was the GPT, but maybe it's like you.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what you're supposed to with Chat GPT. And Ash out here again, the calling Chat GPT a villain. It's Chat GLT, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out Ash. Ash, I want you to watch the Terminator anime, which has very positive reviews, and get back to me. Tell me if you have a nightmare. By the way, Kamui, there's a new Terminator anime. I don't know if you heard, but
I haven't.
Ooh, it's pretty cool from what I hear. I want to check it out. It's not like episode 4, I think. It's coming out weekly, I think. But anyways, Adam, I didn't skip your comment. Well, I technically did skip it, but I wasn't missing it. So Adam's comment above that says, what are your thoughts on Toneri being a part to play in this divine intervention that Jura spoke of? Yeah, I think that's really great for the anime. I'm so happy that the anime has that.
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, For the anime, absolutely, but for the manga, it's just like the most plot-convenient plot device out of nowhere nonsense. Deus Ex Machina bullshit. Get out of jail free card nonsense. It's just like that's the equivalent to if Shibai just comes down and just defeats Kaguya at the end of Naruto. It's just like no.
Oh no, bro. And again, that is kind of how Samurai 8 ends. In a stupid, weird way like that.
That's hilarious.
I know, I can't wait to see your reaction to that last chapter, bro. Oh my god. You know what? Okay. I want it in a way to where, because you don't know, I want you to not know which chapter we're on or which chapter is the final chapter, so you don't know going into it that it is the final chapter. So you just know it can end at any time.
The way
That's
to do
the
that,
funniest way to do it.
the way to do that would be to have you share the screen and obviously I don't look up chapters. The only problem is you told me once before, so I already have a guess. 42 comes to mind. Don't know if that's right or not. So I'm going to be going into it expecting it around there.
That's third-hand information, though, because first of all, that wasn't my guess. Second of all, my guess, it was also just a guess, because I don't remember either.
Yeah, so, I mean,
but even if you have a general range, it could be like 35 to 45, let's say. Even that might not even be right. It could be more or less, but I'm pretty sure it's probably not less, but you get the idea. Even then, it's still a range. Like, you just don't know which chapter's the last one is the point.
It would be better, though, if I didn't even know that it's short.
Yeah. Like, you could probably tell that it's starting to wrap up at the very least, but you're not going to know when it's ending.
I think this is too late. It would have been better if I thought it was like a 200 chapter series, and then it just surprised me when you just say, the end, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, like, that's the last chapter. I lied, like, kind of thing. That would have been cool.
The story's over. I would have liked that. I should have thought of that. We need a guinea pig. Let's get Ray.
Chirpy. Has he read it?
At the very least, Chirpy would know, so. Okay, need Matsuri to get more combat feats so I can start saying Moegi Solo Shippuden via feats. Well, Matsuri having feats doesn't do anything for Moegi, but you could probably just say that anyways.
Yeah.
She has a wood style in the Boruto era.
Dude, the other thing that annoys me about that is I'm like, bro, if you're gonna throw it in the... I blame Ikimoto for this, because I'm pretty sure the Borukaru cards... I don't know. Either way, if you're gonna write Moegi having wood style in those freaking data book card things, just cameo it in the manga. Just instead of the Earth Gravel Jutsu on Amato, just have it be a weak wood style jutsu. Like, it's not that hard. Just do it.
Good.
You don't have to make it look that much different. Just change the name.
Ash, if you want a disingenuous feat for Matsuri, outside of the obvious of her random wood style or whatever earth style against Boruto from chapter 4, what you could say, and this is the easiestly debunkable thing of all time, but you could say she's the strongest Shinju because she was the one needed to harvest the latest soul thorn. No one else did it. She was the one. So there you go. She's the strongest. But anyways.
She has the most claw marks on her body.
Most claw marks. I don't even think that's true. Ada's so shady and messy for not telling Konohamaru and Sarada their targets, but telling Kawaki about Naruto.
Well, Ada can't just...
doesn't love Konohamaru.
Well, first of all, Ada can't just connect with Konohamaru on her own. She needs Ino / the sensory team to do that for her. Whereas with Kawaki was in the house. Sarada was not. Because Sarada apparently just abandoned the mission, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Not only that, but Ada didn't go to Kawaki. Kawaki went to Ada. Which, again, is consistent with Kashin Koji's worst possible future, to where Ada just lets it happen, by the way. Like, I guess just screw Kawaki and the Earth.
Yeah, it would have been nice if Koji at least mentioned, like, even Damon couldn't stop them or something. Like,
oh, I don't want that, no. I want them to not care. The problem is they've already written themselves into a corner, because not only do they care because claw grime nonsense, and that's obviously a thing, but even back in the frickin' Code arc, after, like, it's the very first thing that happens after Kawaki kills Boruto. Ada tells Code, oh, hey, looks like your precious vessels died, but Code, I'm just gonna say this once. Don't you dare think about using Kawaki as your sacrifice. And then Code's like, yeah, you know, I'll have to get back to you on that one. For now, I'm just gonna capture him, though. And it's just not resolved, like, you know, besides, like, I guess technically, if you want to count Ada betraying Code later on. But, like, but again, the point is, Ada's like, I'm not gonna let that happen. Like, don't you dare. And Code's like, oh, yeah. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna turn on you now. It's like, what happened to that, bro?
I mean, it got resolved in 3 pages when Boruto just came back, and she's like, oh, never mind, Boruto's back. He's like, oh, okay, perfect.
Okay, but then it gets unresolved in the worst possible futures. What do you mean? It goes back to the same thing.
True. And the future where
the
Code
whole point
wins.
is to not use Kawaki.
In the future where Code wins, Ada and Damon just let him devour Kawaki.
Yeah. Like, not just kill him, like, seemingly they have to be alive. And Ada and Damon just letting Code feed into the Tintos. Like, what happened? I don't get it, bro. Oh
yeah, maybe
God.
Koji Butts his line, bro. So ridiculous.
Jesus. Okay. Well, not Sarada, since Ada didn't hear about her, but she could have at least warned Konohamaru. I mean, not a lot of time has passed anyways, but she doesn't care to do that. Like, she doesn't care about those people or the Shinju. If anything, she finds them gross, so she wants to interact with, like, anything regarding them as little as possible.
Especially the bug Shinju.
Yeah, exactly. But didn't Ada contact Shikamaru telepathically in Chapter 8? So couldn't she have just told him to tell Konohamaru?
So the thing with that is, unless I'm remembering wrong, the sensory team basically activated it to, like, the whole village to tell the whole village, hey, 2 intruders have walked in. One of them Sasuke Uchiha. And so if the thing's still activated at that point, then they can just kind of do it. But, like, Ada can't just out of the blue do that, as far as we've been led to believe. They need to be, like, on, essentially. They need to be on communication. Yeah.
I mean, I think based on the Code arc second half, the point is that she literally can't do that, is what Amado's describing. Hey, we're good using Ino's jutsu because Ada can't see this. She can't hear us in here.
Yeah, she can't just, like, automatically invade this conversation.
And even that was sus. Not only the fact that Amado was saying it, but Amado's reaction and the fact that he's like, oh, it's gonna work. Like, it feels like that could be a red herring, and maybe she could all along. Which I would love, based on Ada's reactions or expressions as well, to a lot of different moments, but yeah, it's a whole other topic. A little tangent in there. I mean, I think it's very interesting how, again, I think she's just disgusted by the whole situation. Like, it's not like Ada and Damon, in particular, are on high alert, knowing the bug Shinju's after them.
Ada didn't tell Damon anything about it from what I remember. Because even Damon was asking about it, like, "Whoa, sister, you dropped your teacup. What happened?"
I mean, she tells him when she tells Kawaki at the very least, because she says that one of them's after her. Kawaki just doesn't pay attention to it.
Yeah,
really.
But she wasn't saying that to Damon. He was just there.
She was saying it to Kawaki.
She didn't even really say it. Yeah.
But she could have told Damon beforehand off screen.
Slightly said. I doubt it. And Damon doesn't seem like he cares anyways. Like, it's the same with Code. They just don't really care.
Well, I think he's just not worried about it. Like, Damon's thinking, no, whatever, I'll just beat them up when they show up.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to say that Damon let Code get away, but he effectively did, because it doesn't really matter if he gets away. Like, yeah, if he stays, then yeah, I guess I'll kill him or whatever, but like, yeah, it doesn't matter. If he gets away, he gets away.
Yeah,
it's like a fly in your house. If you can swat it, sure. If it flies out a window, you're not gonna follow it. It's whatever.
Yeah, that's what's really bugging you.
Well, Code is not that much of a bugger. So
yeah, exactly. But Code's not like bothering him that much.
But that's the thing. Like Ada isn't like sicking Damon on Code, considering she has a Senrigan. She could just do that, and she's also not doing it for the bug Shinju. To be fair, the bug Shinju, as far as we are aware, hasn't really been on Earth much, anyways. But they got Shinjutsu. They can figure it out.
Well, the problem would be teleporting to that other dimension.
They probably can do that.
I mean, there is a decent chance at least Ada could, because I mean, she could fly. I wouldn't be surprised if you could use the space portals too.
Exactly. If anything, that could be one of either of their secret abilities that they apparently might have.
Yeah, the only thing about that, though, is that instead of flying across the village to Kawaki, it would have made more sense for her to just teleport there, like the theories were, actually, at the time. Chapter 79, when she just appears there, she, like, flew there, though, rather than just teleporting, so it would make sense to do that for time reasons.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of explanations there. We don't have to get into that for now. Omnipotence nonsense. It's the same for Damon. It doesn't mean that he can't fly just because he didn't.
Bro, he literally said he can't fly. I don't want to hear that one.
Okay, whatever. Well, even then, like, running could just be faster anyways.
But yeah, if he didn't say, sis, wait for me, you know I can't fly. Like, if it wasn't worded like that. But anyway.
But we don't know why.
He just didn't manifest
and we don't
the
know
ability.
What he means by fly.
He doesn't have the Otsuki flight ability.
Exactly. He could have a different type of flight. Or he could fly in the same way that Might Guy did.
Yeah, in theory, especially the guy way, but then, like, why not just do that to stay with Ada? Like, why be upset with her for flying away? Like, why? How dumb
we know there's at least multiple ways of flight in the Naruto universe, okay?
Yeah, you can have the robot boot flight where you don't draw the robot boots, like Delta and the tie skill. Like, did this Delta just awaken some of those Otsutsuki powers through Shibai cells, and like that just is a thing independent of karma? Like, that just happened and nobody said anything?
Jeez.
Does this Delta have a Shinjutsu already?
I'm saying, bro, that's a freaking topic I want to get into, but not yet. So, Ash, I'm just going to read this last comment and get back to the freaking France interview. Probably end after that, but... y'all think she could smell Mamushi's breath through the Senrigan? I'm going to say no, but technically yes, because, like, she can see it, and, like, she can, like, you know, like it's so bad that, like, oh, she can just smell it without actually smelling it, literally. Almost like the saying or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, placebo.
I could smell him from here. Yeah. Or even like she can see his breath, and based on his looks, like, oh my god, I can just smell it. but like not really.
Speaking, okay, so we're kind of dancing in circles, but
Oh god.
you mentioned like the Delta Shinjutsu thing, so I was thinking about it like the other day. Now I'm gonna debunk it right after, but it would have been interesting if instead of the reconstructed karma, what Amado was actually doing was just giving Kawaki Shibai cells, maybe like for the first time, in the hopes that he'd manifest the Shinjutsu, specifically karma, and basically, because it works perfect. Kawaki's in that life or death stressful situation, just like Koji. He awakens his karma, very similar timing for like Koji Shinjutsu. I was gonna say, so like, what if like that was Amado's actual like thought was like you just trying to make him get Shibai's powers. The only problem with that is it's hilarious. One, that it just is a karma, and two, like, what if it just was 10 directions instead? What would Amado do? And that, like, does that ruin his plan? So that's why it can't be that, but it would have been interesting.
To be fair, I'm afraid you're gonna disagree with me, and I don't want to get a heated discussion on this because it's such a stupid thing. But I don't think the karma itself is a Shinjutsu. I think specifically the ability to implement karma is a Shinjutsu. Not even necessarily karmic abilities. I don't think those are necessarily Shinjutsu.
Well, no, I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but like,
The transformation.
it's placing the karma, like, you know, doing the
particular,
compression,
one ability.
doing the compressing and replicating of data and putting into the vessel is the Shinjutsu, but like, are you gonna say that? No.
No, I know. I wasn't being pedantic there. I was just like
it's almost like saying this. For example, Sukuna Hikona is the Shinjutsu, which is the ability to shrink the objects. You're not gonna say the shrunken pillar is the Shinjutsu. It was the ability to shrink it.
Yeah, I just wanted to at least make the distinction once going into whatever.
Yeah, but anyway, it would be really goofy for like Abato just like hoping like, oh, I hope his Shinjutsu is karma, not 10 directions or claw marks.
It just awakens some other random ability. That's hilarious.
So he's like, oh shit, how do I use this guy for my play?
Kawaki awakens flight. Amado's like, shit.
What's the useless one? That said, though, I mean, it's definitely implied that Kawaki just has karma Shinjutsu because he is Otsutsuki already, but
Yeah.
which is just a shame though, because then it's like, okay, so like assuming Kawaki got Shibai cells like everyone else, because he literally got all the ridiculous ninja tech stuff that the same arms as Delta's legs, okay, like he probably got Shibai cells by that logic. And so Kawaki just never awakened his Shibai Shinjutsu.
Yeah.
It's also interesting that Kashin Kochi doesn't mention Kawaki either. Never mind Victor, he didn't mention Kawaki. So does Kawaki have it or not? Because Kawaki's supposed to be like the prized possession modified person by Amada, right? So shouldn't he of all people have Shibai cells, especially from Ishiki's perspective of like wanting a perfect vessel?
Ironically, in ways, I can imagine he would be the one to not get it.
But like, why do they talk about him being like, you know, like the best cyborg and all this nonsense? like what? Then what is the ninja tech in Kawaki then?
Actually, giving him Shibai cells low key might ruin the karma. It might, first of all, like physically change whatever wavelength or other nonsense there, or it might just slow it down, or even erase progress if you're overriding cells that are already karma-fified.
Well, they're not karma-ified. Oh wait, are you saying the Shibai cells after that? No, I'm saying I think he would have given Shibai cells first, then karma. In this case.
Why?
Because all members of Kara were just modified. I mean, granted though, it's weird, but okay, so if he got Shibai cells then, if it got karma first, Amado likely just did the ninja tech stuff like right after. I don't think he waited that long to modify Kawaki.
Yeah, I agree. He definitely did the ninja tech after. But like Kawaki was made an inner because he survived karma. It's not like he was made inner and then.
Well, so there's two. There's two things about that, like though. So first of all,
kids or inners.
First of all, I know what you were doing with the whole. Yeah, I agree you did it after, but I'm saying is if he did it after, he probably did it immediately after, which means none of Kawaki was karma-ified yet. We did it right off. But second, in theory, Jigen could have wanted Amato to modify the kits first, so that way they'd be stronger vessels, more likely to obtain the karma just because they are stronger. That could make sense. I'm not saying that is the case.
I don't think that's necessarily the case, because then why are they going for the kids anyways? Like, we just don't know how they pick the vessels necessarily.
Well, the same wavelength stuff, but that doesn't mean you don't want your same wavelength kids to be strong.
At least in the... Well, I don't know, because at least in the anime, I think it was Amino, it might have been Jigen, describes that all these kids come from a similar backstory to you, Kawaki.
Yeah.
Or similar background, I should say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why Jigen was choosing these types of kids for a reason. It's half the theory behind the same wavelength there.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean... But the kids' bodies still need to be strong.
Do they?
Seemingly.
What makes you say that? Oh. Like, I wouldn't say Kawaki, base kid Kawaki, like, the version of Kawaki that can't use chakra and came from some random village. Like, I don't think he's very strong.
It's weird, because, like, why did Code survive that? Well, assuming, okay, so obviously there's the hypothetical alternative version, which is that my theory's right, Amato did his shenanigans, blah, blah, blah. But as the story has presented it, why did Code survive instead of just dying? Because he was incompatible with Jigen. He's not on the same wavelength. So why is he alive? So,
when do you think Code got Shibai cells?
I don't know at this point.
I'm going to guess the Shibai cells is what turned his hair white.
Here's my problem.
That's his unlimited version.
Here's my problem with this. Okay, there's two aspects. One, well, okay, why is only Code? Why not Coach? I guess Koji's hair's just white anyway. Why doesn't Koji have flowing white hair? Why don't Ada and Damon have white hair? That's the first thing. But more importantly, in chapter 56, Amano makes it like clear, or in the anime Kawaki, that it was the white karma, upon receiving that reaction is what made Code so astoundingly powerful on Jigen's level, beyond Jigen's level.
I know, bro. So, it's a retcon and they lied.
It's just like, so then with that in mind, it's like, okay, what made Code look this way? Is it the white karma or is it the Shibai cells? You know, like, which is it? Because you're implying it's karma. But now, retroactively, it's making it seem like it's that. So I don't know. That's probably dead. You know what? Kodachi's plot point probably was white karma Code just is strong. And then Ikimo changed it.
Yeah.
For no reason. Because honestly speaking, Code didn't really need to get, like, a power from Shibai. He could have just, like, got all his strength from the white karma reaction. It just happens to be on a similar level. It's fine. I guess you have the claw marks, but I don't know.
But especially, why would his hair change white from the karma? Because you need to activate the karma to get the significant power boost. Like, the karma in base isn't going to turn his hair white.
That's the problem, because that's why I hate how karma works. Because in theory, it should only be, like, when... Imagine how cool this would be, too. When he activates the white karma, his hair turns white. Makes fucking sense, doesn't it? But as the karma works, because it extracts and doesn't do anything to you, while also doing everything to you, my theory is that it doesn't have the DNA. It just has chakra. So it does the karma bullshit that makes Kawaki and Boruto Otsutsuki, but does it with chakra onto Code instead. And so he just is affected by that chakra and made his hair turn white, basically. Which is stupid, but like that's how karma works, apparently.
God, bro.
It just would have been like, why couldn't it have just worked like Kurama and his seal? That made sense. And I already know it's not Kishimoto's fault, it's Ikimoto's.
I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
I want to do a rewriting Naruto series like Daigonai, but my god, when it comes to the Boruto rewrite, unlike the Naruto one where I want to try to keep it as close to Naruto as possible, which is different from Daigo's, that's from what you said at least. The Boruto one's going to be more like Daigo's, where it's just going to be, it's going to be like what Ikimoto with Kodachi, or with Kishimoto's draft, where it's just going to drift further away.
and I'm just saying, bro, I'm excited for you to get like 5 minutes into Daigo's rewrite just to see what I saw.
I'm hyped, bro.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Like, it's the one type of video I'm just not watching on his channel.
Okay. I mean, they're long, so to be fair, there might be a lot of episodes, especially the first one. Well, we probably should watch the first one in full anyways. But a lot of ones where he's like, you know, giving a long intro or outro or explaining things before actually getting to the actual rewrite itself.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see, but yeah.
Anyway, back to the interview.
All right, back to the France interview.
Yeah, what was the next thing you were gonna say?
Oh God, what's the next point on there? Okay, before the France. So, really quick back to the AI thing. Space brought up a really good point at Kamui. At least give the AI a summary of Chapter 13 to get a better prediction. That's absolutely something we just should have done. Hey AI, recap Chapter 13. Hey AI, based on that, give us Chapter 14 predictions.
Yeah, that would be the quicker way to do it. Yeah.
Okay. Finally, with everything else out of the way, back to the France interview. Going forward to topics. Okay. God, we're only halfway through this list. Switching memories was Ikimoto's idea. I mean, we've already talked about this verbatim. I've used the word verbatim too much. We talked about that ad nauseum. Yes,
we predicted it ad nauseum.
Nah, bro, we didn't predict it. We got it obviously correct ad nauseum. That's what we did ad nauseum.
We manifested it ad nauseum.
Yeah, then the next one, Kawaki was introduced because Boruto was not an interesting character.
According to Ikimoto.
I don't know if I even read that part. Is that what he said? Or is that just like this person writing this?
Because like it's obviously they're writing it like a negative view, but like it's funny.
It wasn't worded like that, obviously.
But like it's similar to like what they did with Naruto. Like they gave him a rival because Naruto on his own wasn't blah blah blah.
Yeah, it wasn't that like Boruto was boring. It was just like, did we delete all of them interview stuff or?
No, we still got them. We might have deleted some of them, but we have at least most of them.
Yeah, I don't know if it's in here. I don't remember when he says it.
Okay. I can keep going if you want me to.
Yeah, either way, it was just like he introduced it to make things more interesting, something like that.
That's funny. Okay.
Oh wait, here we go. Everything is difficult. Boruto already has everything that's the goal of becoming Hokage. He wasn't as interesting a character at first. I introduced Kawaki to push the plot forward. That's
okay.
He said so Boruto wasn't interesting, but he introduced Kawaki to push the plot forward.
I mean, those two sentences following one another sort of tells you something.
Yeah.
I can see this being accurate, even if not worded the best.
Yeah.
Kawaki was introduced because Boruto is not an interesting character. That is, in essence, true.
Yeah.
That's funny. God. I love the way they wrote that. It's hilarious. The opening teaser for the Boruto manga was meant to hook readers in the story.
So this is
I don't think I saw
hilarious.
this. I saw that Kishimoto did this apparently. But yeah, you got that?
I don't remember where that was, but what's just hilarious about that is it's like, no, duh. What the fuck else would this flash forward scene be? Like, huh? How is this a revelation?
Well, it was revealed.
Yeah. That's like saying it was revealed in like if Amato recaps, that's like saying recap is a reveal, bro. Like,
I'm so glad this interview happened. Okay, I'm the exact opposite stance of Sarn. For the same reason he wishes it never happened, I'm so glad it did
same,
happen.
dude. I'm like, I love this interview.
Literally
It proved us
everything
right
about it.
so many times. Like,
So many good times too. And then the final point, another good time. Kishimoto's having a real good time with this one. Time skip Sarda design is sexualized.
so stupid. No, it wasn't. I don't know where the
It
flash
got us a lot
forward
of
scene
views.
thing is.
Yeah, okay. Pretty sure that live stream's over 900 views now.
I think the flash forward scene thing was just a thing saying like Kishimoto wrote some things without knowing where it was gonna go, and he just like that was one of them.
Well, I saw that Kishimoto wrote that flash forward scene, but I don't know if that was
Yeah,
new
like
or
it was
not. I don't
in
think
the
it was.
outline or
Just
whatever.
confirmed again, yeah. I loved one of Sauron's tweets that this interview just gave us information that we've had since 2016. It's like, yeah. And people are like, whoa, that's crazy, because we're just getting it again.
Well, part of it's
'Cause it's
also,
new.
I mean, it wasn't like confirmed in as obvious of a way, I guess, but
Yeah.
like they
Well, it's
weren't
20
coming
the-
out and just saying, like Kishimoto wasn't just saying, no, bro, he's the writer in those former interviews.
I think the joke is that it doesn't matter what the information is. It's cool because it's 2016 information revealed in 2024.
Yeah.
It's a new year, not new information. That's the hype part about it.
But anyways,
Back
well,
to
that's the France interview.
topics. What else do we have for chapter 13?
Bro, we didn't start chapter 13.
All right, where do we go?
Oh my god. How long's the stream been going?
Three hours, 15 minutes.
I mean, not gonna lie, might just need to save chapter 13 for next stream.
Oh, we're so bad.
Are there a lot of comments we can read to end stream with? Because we did say we didn't want to stay up long.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I've done talking for the day, but at the same time, we didn't really get to chapter 13.
I think a lot of this would be above the Boruto interview. But we've been writing this freaking throughout, bro. That's the problem. Let's see.
There's
Yeah.
this one.
Okay, I'm
Heat
just gonna go
Seeker.
back to 820, I guess. Yeah, if you see a topic you want to talk about, feel free to bring it up.
Oh, you're talking about topics. Oh, I was like, I thought you meant chats. Okay, I'm confused.
Oh no, I did say chat as well. All right, go ahead and read the chat.
Okay. Either the divine intervention part could be like Deus Ex Machina, or maybe they could write it as intentional plot armor for Boruto as a mechanic, but loss of free will for Boruto as a side effect. I mean, that would at least be like a better way of putting in the plot armor than the way it is. Ash says, I need Delta to get the lightning bolt Aurora Shinjutsu Amato mentioned. I'd be down, bro. Someone's got to get it. Boro didn't either. So I don't know. Boro's insane as regenerations, not a Shinjutsu. That's crazy though. Okay. What? This was August. So.
Okay. So,
All right. Well,
perfect.
this was lots of talking, a little bit of walking, lots of dreaming, a little bit of chat GPTing. Make sure you guys infinite Tsukuyomi dream tonight, but then break out of it when you wake up tomorrow, making it the limited Tsukuyomi from Road to Ninja. Bye-bye.
Wait. Don't, before you end it, before you end it, I gotta find it really quick, so just give me a sec. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it as quick as my little eyes can scan the pinned messages. It's a quote. It's an outro quote. Just gotta find it. I'm gonna be really close. I'm gonna be sad if it's just not here if I just can't find it.
Hey, where's Dux anyway? Speaking of that, Dux, you there?
Yeah, where is Dux?
What happened to him? Did he? No, wait. Did he join Trippy?
I love it. Okay.
Where's Momoshiki the janitor too?
Oh, you know what? I probably just search for it. Let me search. Oh, I know it. It's gonna be above that, but that's okay. I'm gonna search for it. Okay. Search for that word.
You ever hear what happened to Momoshiki the janitor?
Okay. Found it. We've talked about them before. No, I don't. Oh, I was really close to it anyways. I didn't need to search. Okay. So are you ready for my outro?
Yes.
Okay, Kamui, this has been the Walky Talky podcast. Even podcasters are human. No matter how hard we try to escape that fact, we always fail. Well, at least we have failed.
I forgot I wrote that for this. Yes. Where did you save it? Where is it?
That's in pinned messages. You did write it, but if you want to repost it at the bottom, that's perfect.
Where? How far is this?
Here, I'm gonna jump to the message if it lets me. This is 7:22.
Oh my god, is that
4
long
a.m.
ago?
At least that's when I put it in there. It's the first time we've done it. Yeah, so you gotta sort of scroll up a bit. Yeah, it's above all the numbers, all the rankings.
Yeah, I found it. Okay.
Okay. If you want to copy paste that, I'll just delete the one from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And let me know when you do it so I don't accidentally delete it to her.
Yeah, I just posted it.
Yeah, I heard it, and then it's also saying one new message, so delete that. No. Perfect.
Yeah, this is in reference to us. Well, actually, because it could be in reference to us going way longer than planned, or the fact that we are ending.
No, I love it, bro. Like, I think that we don't even necessarily need to change the name of the podcast anymore, or at least not until we actually want to have both of those as different podcasts. But like, it's named the Walky Talky podcast, and I love our intro, the #1 hyperactive ninja, and this is the outro. So we're doing the best of all freaking 5 worlds at this point.
The best of 5 worlds. It's no longer the best of both worlds. The best of all 5 of them. The best of the multiverse. The best of all possible
best
futures.
Of the Milky Way.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you've ended it yet or not, but go for it.
Well,